moving on to Jordan and Amber. Jordan and Amber, they had a little fight when he was saying something about, at the end of episode 9, where he seemed like he said something about him meeting the daughter and how anxious he was about it. They had an argument. She kind of stormed off and he didn't hear from her, and he was worried about him not hearing from her, and that upset him. Anyway, he says all of that. She blows up about meeting the kid, and she's like, why didn't you tell me about all your feelings and your anxieties about meeting my daughter, and not, why am I hearing it through a third party, or like eavesdropping of sorts or whatever. Like, she felt like she should have been the first person to say it. But in my opinion, I don't think, maybe he didn't directly say this, but I think every time on the show that they brought it up, he's been very clear about how anxious he is about meeting the daughter and if the daughter's going to like him and all of that. So how is she not picking up on those cues? And obviously the way they kind of reconcile their differences, or what they do when they're arguing, where she goes plain silent, I think that's something that can be easily fixed, where if she does that, she withdraws and you just remind you of withdrawing, blah, blah, blah. That you can fix in a relationship. Usually if both parties are, working towards it type shit. I also think that in a way, maybe she's projecting, right? Because I think he's been quite clear about his nervousness about meeting the kid. And that was where I even drew my conclusion about him not being ready to be a father figure of sorts for the daughter, or with the daughter, or whatever situation that is. Valid thing to be upset about. I don't know if it's walk out of the thing worthy throwing tantrums drama, but I guess they needed more drama than Chris created. So she gave them one, I guess. I don't know, because I was so confused as to what was going on there. But anyway, they squash it. They have a conversation. They hug it out. I think he needs, when he's stressed, he needs a different way of coping than just sitting home and being all sad. He needs to do something else. Right. So when they had that initial conversation, when they were squashing things, she says that she's struggling to trust men because of her past. And he then says it's not fair that she's doing that because he hasn't shown her that. And obviously because of her past, her guard is up, right? Her walls are up. And he said that's not fair when he comes to her not trusting him in particular, because what has he done to show her that, he's not trustworthy? I think that if you're dealing with someone with that amount of, I don't want to say baggage, but baggage or trust issues, it takes a lot of time and it takes a lot of work. It's not, I personally, I don't think it's something that they can sort out in however many days. I mean, it's likely that they can work through it, still get married, lead different lives, and then get married for real, really merge their family and become an actual unit while he gets used to the whole child thing. It's possible. Anyway, what do I think? That whole conversation, I don't think they handled that well, to be honest, but that's me from the outside looking in. And also that's me not really having full context because I don't trust those editors. At the fit-in, Jordan was like, he could walk in with shorts, but obviously she's not going to be happy about that. That man stresses me out. I know I'm not the one getting married to him, so there is no reason on God's green earth why I should be stressed, but I'm stressed because he's so shabby and he doesn't care. And to be honest, I have my moments where I don't give a fuck, but oh my God, he can grow. He can grow in the relationship for sure, if he's willing. That's important. They then have their final date at Otherworld, which loved. It looked really good. There was a lot of kissing, a lot of, stuff. They talked about him meeting her daughter, which he was going to meet her soon, obviously off camera. And hopefully everything goes well. And then they win a plushie thing. And he's like, oh, it'd be nice for him to give this to her. And he was like, oh, he's got a gift for her. And I was just thinking to myself, I hope it's not the fucking pencils that he mentioned at the earlier on in the episode, because how old is the kid? 8? And you're giving me fucking pencils? Okay. I mean, I'm not 8 years old, but I know for sure an 8-year-old doesn't want fucking pencils, but okay. One thing kind of stood out to me though with her towards, I think at the end of the day, they were doing the interviews, and she said that she thinks she would fulfill him. And I'm like, I beg your, sorry? What do you mean? Come again? Why? What? You will fulfill a man? Why? Because you will give him reason to live? You know that thing where people are like, oh, once you marry and once you have children, you'll have a purpose in life. Fuck you lot, because that's the mentality of this shit. Yeah. That's why she thinks she would give this man purpose. What happened to him having purpose in his life before he meets it? What? What? You will fulfill him because you are a project or he's a project? You want to save him? You want to fix him? Okay. This one I want to watch. Like, if I want them to get married, and then I want a TLC show on their lives. Yes. Maybe Netflix should follow them. Yes, I want this one. This one I want to see. Madam Fix. She wants to fix. She wants to be his purpose. I want to see how this one will play out. What a diabolical thing! And I think a lot of women are like this because what do you mean you will fulfill his life? Like his life purpose is you. Chineke man. Okay. Before they say I'm doing feminism, this is where I call it what's done. Because okay, all right, okay. I did not say anything. Don't say I said I did not say anything. I just want to see what this one is going to be like because that's insane. I mean, fair enough. Maybe he'll grow from this relationship, and I don't doubt that. But I think it's something to say that you're going to like. Why? Because then, if this fails, you're going to start thinking that it's got to do with you, and you didn't give him enough purpose. It's not your job to do that. It's not your job to fulfill somebody else's life. One does shall never end. Oh my God, you want to fulfill what? Oh my God, I can't do this. I can't fucking do this shit, man.